Hmm. Anywho, what's up? I know. Pop up. Y'all know how I do. Y'all know how I do. Only because I was over there on that other app and things have, shifted. They have shifted. And that's cool. That's cool. There are many options in this thing called life. So, yeah. But anyhow, if you're new to your girl, I am the Oracle Treehouse, aka the Intuitive Rebel Healer. And yeah, we over here doing a Tao session. What is Tao? I know y'all like, what is Tao? Tao is the way, Tao is the source. And I know it sounds, what's the word I'm looking for? No, I don't like that word. It sounds, I guess, religious or whatever, but it's not. Tao is nature's way in Chinese, but Tao also talks about your nature. We all have a nature, and the best example I want to give for a person following their true Tao, my LGBTQIA community. They are they know who the fuck they are. If you've ever spoken or if you are part of that community, they know who the fuck they are. They are walking in their Tao. And I know I can hear y'all in the ether as well. No, Oracle, not all of them are walking. Majority of them are. At least on that level, they know who they are. They're walking their Tao. Find your Tao. I know a lot of y'all are like, well, Oracle, where's my Tao? In here. And then there's the big Tao, nature. You know how they say things are not always rainbows and glitter? Ah, ah. Well, at least that's what they say. But according to the Tao, it's a yin yang effect. Here's my book. If you're just joining, welcome. I am the Oracle Treehouse, aka the Intuitive Rebel Healer, and this is pop-up Tao session. We are talking about Tao. What is Tao? Tao is the way. Tao is the source. A gentleman by the name of Lao Tzu wrote about the Tao. Him and some other people did too, but there's this book called the Tao Te Ching that talks about nature and talks about how things work. It's 81 verses. And according to this book, um, anything can be explained in those 81 verses. For example, if you live in America, you know that we are involved in a war. War, they say. Okay. There is a verse on that very topic, interestingly enough. Uh, there is a whole. Wait a minute, where is that? Where is it at? Oh, here we go. Chapter on the subject of war. I'm about to find it. I think it's first. I think it's verse 31. Yep, verse 31. Verse 31 of the Tao Te Ching. Hello, Jason. Welcome. Verse 31 of the Tao Te Ching. Please go and Google. Also, to know that the original text of the Tao Te Ching was written in Chinese, so anything written in English is a translation. So please find different. This is one version of this verse about war, but it says the same thing across the board. Okay, here we go. War. The finest weapons are the worst evils. They are universally loathed. Therefore, help guide your nation to the non-aggression aggressive path. The wise hold steady on the path. Oh, wait a minute. The wise hold steady on the passive yin path. Those who are aggressive prefer an active yang. Weapons are instruments of cohesion and devils of death. No shit. Resort to them only in dire necessity. Dire necessity. This is my favorite part of the verse. Peace is our natural being. Peace. Everybody said, and I believe Young might have said the same thing, that we're naturally savages, or we're naturally evil. Bullshit. Bullshit. You throw a cat in a corner, what the fuck do you think is going to happen? Well, it's either or. That fight or flight, you know. I mean, come on. You know? Peace is our true nature. And if you don't have peace within, your whole world is going to be chaotic. Think about it. There are a lot of us walking around here not peaceful, at least not within. And the decisions that they're making every day, they're either getting further because they're living their lives in fear, or you have those who are living their life in love and they feel solid. Now, to those like that, oh my God, I want to meet y'all. I've always said this. I am a student of this here thing called life, planet Earth, Earth University. I am at teacher student level now. So yeah, but I've always felt deep in my heart that this being evil, being mean, being diabolical is part of our nature. Yes, indeed. It is part of our nature. But is it truly us on like a, for those who do believe in a spirit or a soul? Is it truly? Is it truly? I don't think so. And for those of y'all who feel me, y'all feel me. If you don't feel me, cool. Mama. Mom.
I'm gonna put this on your bed.
Alright.
It's hair.
Oh, hair. I don't need no hair.
Huh?
I don't need no hair.
Well, I don't want your hair. Shit.
Oh, I thought she said hair, y'all. I really thought she said hair. I was about to say lady. I'm good. No, I'll be quiet. Anywho, I'm on the phone.
I know that, but I need.
I'm on the phone.
I got any more pills?
No. Why you? I told you.
All right. Sorry.
Anywho, back to what I was saying. Um, reclining plane seat. Huh? What is a reclining plane? Reclining plane seat. I don't know what that means. What was that? Anywho, give me a better question. How about that? Hold on, y'all. Anywho, I'm back. Hey, y'all. What was that? Oh, verse 31. Here we go. Verse 31. Anywho, nobody's perfect. Verse 31 is talking about war. If you're just joining, welcome. I am the Oracle Treehouse, aka the Intuitive Rebel Healer. And tonight is a pop up session. I'm always doing pop up sessions. Hello. Anywho, tonight we're talking about verse 31 of the Tao Te Ching. If you're not familiar with the Tao Te Ching, hey, hello, welcome. If you're not familiar with the Tao Te Ching is a Chinese written book of 81 verses, and each verse can be applied to your life in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Right now, we talking about verse 31 that's talking about war. And I was talking about my favorite part of this verse, my favorite line. Oh, because it's the truth. Peace is our natural state of being. Peace is our natural state of being. When you are at peace, things are in harmony. And I'm sure if you are religious in some sort, I believe some of the other texts talk about that is like the goal in life, to not to, what is it? Serve until you die and go to heaven or hell or whatnot. But I digress. This says we are peaceful. We're peaceful. We are peaceful. We are in a peaceful. Peace is our natural state. What makes us peaceful? Having our natural needs met makes us more peaceful. And when you say natural needs, food, water, shelter, you know, love, touch, but yeah, to keep this physical body running smoothly, one needs food, water, shelter, and your emotional and mental needs and your spiritual needs met. That's what one needs in order to sustain a state of natural peace. Those five things: food, water, shelter, emotional and mental support, and this support right here I call spiritual. That's if you are the spiritual person, but especially this physical body. And when I say this physical body, I mean soul, heart, mind, and body. That's what you need. But when it comes to war, conflict, one or more of these things are missing and or being fucked with. Let me finish reading the verse. Weapons are instruments of cohesion and devils of death. Resort to them only in dire necessity. Again, peace is our natural state of being. If weapons must be wielded to defend ourselves, amen. If weapons must be wielded to defend ourselves, and we are victorious, never rejoice. There is no joy in the slaughter of others. Yeah, some might disagree with that. No, fuck that. There is no I mean, there's a level of joy, but if it has to be avoided, like it's like the verse says, we can live and disagree, you know. Anywho, moving on. Our joyous occasions are attuned with the yang side. On sad occasions with the yin side. So there it is. No, I'm not. Nice to meet you too, Joe. I'm not gonna mess up your name. Forgive me. Neither one of y'all. No. Anywho. Um, hello, Jimmy. Welcome. Okay. During battle, the soldiers are on the left yang side engaging the combat. The commanders are on the right side observing the action. After the battle, the soldiers who have slain others move to the yin side and mourn, while the commanders now and the yang side are celebrating victory, even though it is a funeral. And this is for both sides. Both freaking sides. So what are we doing? What are we doing? Well, we already know what we're doing. For the people who are at war. We already know. We already know. That power over here, oil, which we could be riding around in some electric cars by now. We really could be. There's a new electric car out. Did y'all know that? Other than that Tesla bullshit, and the only reason why it's not over here in America is because it's Chinese. But little do people know, the Chinese are already over here. The fuck? But I digress. I'm not gonna go there. But we're talking about verse 31 of the Tao Te Ching, talking about war and that war it should not be taken on lightly. The Tao Te Ching says that. I don't know what um the other books say about war, but the Tao Te Ching specifically says don't touch it unless you really, 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 really have to. Like that's one of those break in case of emergency type things. And emergencies are not to happen. Or, not one of those oh, okay, I'm gonna just break it open type thing. Like, and it does talk about defending. If weapons must be wielded to defend ourselves, hold up, and we are victorious, never rejoice. There's no rejoice in the slaughter of others. No rejoice in the slaughter of others. Like, seriously, like, but then it's like if you are defending yourself or somebody is coming at you, like I said, that fight, that is like that fight or flight, which always boggled my mind. Why would you attack somebody knowing that you could possibly die too? I mean, maybe they're thinking in their mind, okay, yeah, I can take this person. Okay, bullshit. Go figure. This is the yin and yang of things. Um, and we need to talk more about yin and yang because everything is yin and yang. I know some of y'all, for those y'all who've been following me, y'all know I'm always talking about energy, frequency, vibration, Tao, and part of talking about Tao is talking about the yin and the yang of things. I have a deeper understanding of it. Some of y'all might not. I know I didn't have a deeper understanding of it back in the day. I was like, oh, okay, yin, yang, hot, cold, up, down, left, right. But it can be applied to life too. This verse just showed us here. And if you're just joining, welcome. I am the Oracle Treehouse, aka the Intuitive Rebel Healer. Today we're talking about verse 31 of the Tao Te Ching. So, the Tao Te Ching says that war should only be used in, like, it should be the last thing. And if you have engaged in war, you should not rejoice because even though you've defended yourself, you've neutralized the situation, someone is not in the physical. And I would say hopefully it's the person who initially started the threat, you know? Because I mean, like I say, attacking anyone, you gotta realize there's a possibility you could get injured too or die. Uh-oh. Oh my God. I don't want to view that message. I am not gonna view that message because it's probably mean. Why y'all gotta be mean? Anywho, but yeah. Um the Tao Te Ching says, but again, when it comes to yin and yang, if you want to, it's part of this place called heaven and earth. Well, earth, I'll say. Can we live in a war free society? I think so. I think so. Who is Tao? The Tao Te Ching is this book. It is a book of 81 verses that talks about life. And right now we're on verse 31, talking about war and how war, if you go and Google this book, and type in verse 31, the title might not come up as war. It could come up as conflict, but it's talking about Basically, you shouldn't do war. You shouldn't have conflict, at least to that, because it talks about how the weapons, the weapons that are crafted are, what did they say? The finest weapons are the worst evils. They are universally loathed, therefore, help guide your nation to the aggressive path. That's weird. The wise hold steady on the passive yin path. Those who are aggressive prefer the active yang. The weapons are instruments of cohesion and devils of death. Yeah, the weapons now. Resort to them only in dire necessity. And then this is my favorite part. Peace is our natural state of being. You see? Okay, cool. Peace is our natural state of being, y'all. Now, our weapons, yes, you are taught how to fight. Your body is always fighting, defending itself all the time. Should we not fight? No, we shouldn't. But if we have to, if something is something or someone or something is trying to mess with us, yes, defend yourself. I know this whole thing is going around with your girl Michelle Obama. She's talking about when they go high, you go higher. Yes. But if a mug hit me, yeah. I mean, and I'm sure we were all told that when we were kids. If they hit you, knock them the hell out. I mean, and I feel like that's just a natural reflex because you're defending yourself. Like I said, your body does that. What happens when you get a cold or on the verge of getting a cold? Your body is kicking those cold cells, those cold germs out of your body. It's a natural thing. Go into nature. Nature has its defenses. Even plants. My favorite plant, well, one of my favorite plants is the Venus flytrap. Yeah, the Venus flytrap. I love that plant. It eats. For all my old heads out there, if they've watched Creep Show, um, it eats meat. Coolest thing ever. Defense mechanism. Who'd have thunk it? A whole plant. And then I'm also being reminded of ooh um there's another plant. There are many species of plants that actually eat meat. There's one that has a bucket. Yeah, it's a whole bucket and stuff falls in there like whole rats have fallen in there, and the juices that the plant produces sizzle, digest the animal. That's a defense mechanism right there. But does it seek it? No. The plant is chilling, minding its business. And actually, I think that's a form of food source because it's actually digesting it. Same thing with the Venus flytrap. Hello, Charles. Welcome. You know. But yeah, verse 31, y'all. If you're just joining, welcome. I am the Oracle Treehouse, aka the Intuitive Rebel Healer, and tonight we're talking about verse 31 of the Tao Te Ching. And yes, y'all, I still have that book. I know some of y'all, I feel like some of my old heads are out there. And if you are, you found me. Welcome. Or you didn't find me. You already knew I was here. Because if you a true ride or die, then you know. Madam, where are you from? Where am I from? Planet Earth. That is where I'm from. As far as I know. I'm a Earth girl. As far as I know. I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that. But back in the day, like I said, I've been rocking with the Tao for a minute now. This is 365 Tao. This is daily meditations that I have been reading for a while now, as y'all can see. Yeah. I know that's right. He said, me too. I hope. I know, right? Like I said, well, I don't know. I think we are alien to some extent. I think alien to this planet, probably. And I'm hearing the whole prison planet thing. I don't believe that one. I don't believe that one. Because there are people on this planet who, no. I refuse to believe that one. Freak that. Freak that. What month is it? It's April. Oh my God, this year is flying by. I guess that's kind of a good thing. What's today? The 14th. Ooh. Readiness. 104. It is the 104th day of the year. 2026. Let's see. What is Miss? What a great smile. You too. Thanks for passing through. Thank you. Appreciate you. Oh. Here we go. 104. Okay. Here we go. Readiness. I was going to read this. Okay, so I stopped actually kind of sort of reading these only because I felt like some of these entries have a twang of Christianity in them. I know I said a twang of Christianity in them. If you have this book, then you know what I'm talking about. And I am not a Christian. So, but I get where they're coming from. And if you're familiar, Tao, that is why I love Tao, because Tao is showing you all of life, and it's up to you to figure out where you are in this thing called life, in this thing called Tao. You know, good or bad, up or down. Like where are you? Tao is more promoted on a free thinker. Yeah, free thinker type thing, but again, they don't want us to know that we are all powerful. We are. We are powerful as fuck. We are. So yeah. Anywho, it's only been 35 minutes. cool. This was just a quick pop up, y'all. Like I said, I felt the urge to come up here and at least speak on that one, that verse 31, because yeah, this whole war thing, it's crazy, but that is the vibe they're putting out. Remember that. That is the vibe they are putting out. We in our own DAOs don't have to accept that. That's why I'm so hoping we wake up as a people. It's going to take us to wake up. And in order for us to wake up, we have to find our own DAOs. And in order for us to find our own DAOs, we as a people have to take drastic measures. I don't know if y'all heard about the homie who poof the toilet paper thingy, and that's even if that's even true. But yeah, stuff like that, but also too following your Tao. Like if you love to paint, if you love to write, if you love to do something, do that shit. Like now is like the best time more than ever. And then like I've always said, now is like the best time to turn something that you love into a profitable business. Doing what you love in some way, shape, fashion, or form. Hopefully you know what I'm saying, you keep going even if people try to stop you, you know? But the thing is to try. So when your time comes, at least you can say you did, you know what I'm saying? You did that. At least you can say you did that. You know, they can't take that away from you. Anywho, I love y'all. Are there any questions, concerns, comments? I didn't even share the live. Boo. It's okay. Anywho. Ooh, I'm gonna draw a card. That's what I am gonna do. I'm gonna draw a card. Let's see. We are going to use the Spiritual Animal Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed. I love her. I love her. Let's see. What does the collective need to know right now? Ooh! Embrace the in between. Good old flamingo spirit. Embrace the in between. The in between. Matter of fact, that is yin and yang. Interestingly enough, that is yin and yang. Embracing the in between. Going with the flow, the ebb and flow of this thing called life. The ebb and flow of this thing called life. Lean with it, rock with it. But there is always a main thread to that yin and yang. I'm being shown the line and this. And I believe I'm hearing Fibonacci. But embrace the in between. Remember, the pendulum swings both ways. And we are right now in the middle of that pendulum. The pendulum is right there in the middle, chilling. We got to embrace that. Any questions? Concerns? Alrighty. Well, again, thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all are catching this on the replay, cool. If not, I'm going to holler at y'all later. Bye.